All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to 2023 and to the 2-Meter Crew Anti-Net. My name is Nick, my call sign is KN6DAL, and I'll be tonight's coordinator. We want to take a second and give a shout out to the W6VVR repeater and the Vacaville Radio Club. Also to the Freestar Network for the use of their repeaters and digital connections. Also the Mad Scientist Amateur Radio Club in San Mateo. And then the owners and operators of the WX5 NAS repeater system. Also a big shout out to Mike WG5EEK, Greg W5GSW, and Brian KK6BXP for their continued networking efforts. Am I coming in through VVR, Dan? Good? Okay, thanks. All right, we're just going to take a second, see if there is any emergency or priority traffic. If there is at any point during the anti-net, you can always jump in and say break, break with your call sign. We'll clear the air and let you pass your message. Is there any priority or emergency traffic at this time? Clear the air and let you pass your message. Is there any? All right, nothing being heard. The 2-Meter Crew is not an actual club. We're just a group of hams that are learning and enjoying all things ham related. There's no dues or fees to be a 2-Meter Crew member. You can visit us at 2metercrew.net for more information. And you can also join our Discord group if you have any questions, comments, or want to just hang out with the crew. There's a link in the YouTube description if you're looking to find out more information. This is an open net, and it's welcome for everybody, so feel free to join in, chime in, say hi. The 2-Meter Crew Anti-Net meets every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 4 a.m. UTC, and on the W6VVR repeater. We also have many digital connections that you can link up through. Echolink is at W6VVR-R. Allstar Nodes 51094 and 512342 are connected. Also through DMR Talk Group 3174-117 and through YSF Reflector 50462. Freestar is linked with Allstar links 2195 and 2196. And we're also linked to the Mad Scientist Amateur Radio Club repeater in San Mateo, California. You can also join our Zoom link if you don't have a way to access any digital or analog connections. And we'll post in the YouTube chat a link to the Zoom link. Also, we are streaming live on YouTube at Northwest Ham Shack. If you like and subscribe to that channel, you'll get notifications when we go live on Wednesday nights. And appreciate all of that. And again, my name is Nick, call signs KN6DAL, and we are going to take check-ins from any new stations or anybody who has upgraded their call sign. So any new check-ins or call sign upgrades, come on in now.
WA6 Victor Whiskey Yankee, WA6VWY. The name is Ross Romeo Oscar Sierra Sierra, and I'm in Elk Grove. Over.
All right, Rock in Elk Grove, I got you here. How are things going tonight?
Storm is, I just came through the downtown of Sacramento. It's knocked over some pretty substantial trees down on Capitol and about 10th. It's just the wind that's beating everybody to death right now. Rain and precipitation is very light, if at all. Over.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about that before we went live tonight. I heard that that there was quite a storm going on down there. We haven't seen anything yet up here. My current QTH is Everett, Washington, about 40 miles north of Seattle. And yeah, it's I hear there's quite the storm going on, a lot of wind, so hopefully everybody's antennas stay up.
The night to be traveling around, which is why I'm anxious to get home. At any rate, thank you very much for letting me check in. I like your net. W6BW1.
Hey, thanks for the check-in, Rock. And it's cool. Your audio sounds great. I can hear the wind in the background of your audio. That was pretty neat. So thanks for checking in with us. Hope you have an awesome start to your new year and have lots of time to play radio. This is Nick, call signs KN6DAL. We're looking for any new check-ins who haven't checked in with us before, any new operators, or any upgraded call signs. Come on in now.
T6TIN in Vacaville, California. First time on this net. Fairly new ham. Got my licenses in March.
Hey, thanks for checking in with us. I got your suffix. I think it's Papa India November. I didn't get your prefix, but congratulations on getting your ticket. And what was your name?
Whiskey 6 Tango India November.
Got it. W6TIN. So what's your plans moving forward in 2023 with ham radio?
Upgrade. I got to get something going on in the garage here in my man cave. Do have my high frequency certification, so looking to get a new system in here pretty soon. I don't know, in the next couple of months, and try and propagate out a little further this year.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, we all had humble beginnings. I think at least I know I did. I remember starting off. I even have pictures of just like a bow fang, and then and then like a couple other things that ended up on the table, and then it just kind of slowly evolves, and then pretty soon you're trying to find space for everything. So don't go too fast because you'll run out of room quick. It all happens real quick. So. Sounds good. Hopefully you can get out there. You know, you made me think of something. My daughter asked me I think 2 weeks ago. She's like, I wonder if anybody's ever talked to somebody in outer space. And so I got to tell her about how with radio we can talk to people on the space station, and we can bounce signals off the moon and all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, getting out as far as we can. Sometimes that's our goal. So appreciate you checking in with us and hope to hear you on again. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. Let's hear from Dave. And you don't have your call sign listed there, so I'm going to say it wrong. I don't know why you do that to me. So now you have to say it. Over to you, Dave.
Thanks, Nick. This is Dave, K6WBY. You know, been a good couple of weeks. It's I always miss the anti-net when we don't get a chance to get together and have it. Did a little HF over the holiday weekend. Made a few contacts, learned some things about tying down your DX commander properly, and have been heavily swayed toward swapping out all of my radios for ICOM. As Servando keeps pressuring me and sending me little videos of how wonderful his new ICOM radios are. So yeah, just keeping it easy and not a lot happening in the shack, but more plans for that coming up soon. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll have more to share there. Back to you, Nick. This is K6WBY.
Well, I don't feel so bad because even you messed up your call sign at the end there. But no, it's I love seeing the updates on when you get your shack plugging along every little step of the way. And I know it probably seems like it's been, I don't know what it feels like to you. Does it feel like it's been forever, or do you feel like you've got all the time in the world? Where are you at with thinking, like, are you on task, or are you on your trajectory for how long you thought it would take, or do you think that it's pushing the limit?
That's a good question. I have a whole lot going on, kind of just like everybody else, but a lot of just big things in life, just in general. And so it's really just it's more of a blessing when I do get to get out there and spend some time working on something that's not work or not, one of the other things. So when I do get a day or two to work on it straight, it's really kind of a lot of fun. And I've made some really big steps, kind of in a row. So I get out there and I get a whole bunch done, and then I get nothing done
Yeah.
for 2 or 3 months. And then I get out there and I'll knock out a whole bunch more stuff, and then I'll get nothing done. So, you know, it's disappointing that it's not further along. I would really like to have a place to start playing radio consistently and playing with antennas and not being a contractor. But I'm not disappointed with what I've gotten done. The one thing that I am thankful for is by going at this slow pace, it really gives me time to plan my next move. And so when I go out there to execute my next move, it's really exactly what I want, and it's executed kind of perfectly. I'll go out there and I'll open the door and I'll look around and I'll close the door and go think about it some more, but making some good progress. And yeah, slower than I want, but it's really coming out right, and I'm really happy about that.
Well, that's awesome, man. I have to give it to you. Whoa, I don't know what happened there. I have to give it to you for your patience with that, because like when I get a project in my head, I can't function until it's accomplished, and so I don't know if I would have that patience, but definitely everything that you've done so far has been like well thought out and well planned, and I know the end result is going to be epic. So looking forward to it, and thanks for checking in with us. This is Nick, KN6DAL, with the 2 Meter Crew Antinet. We're looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in and say hi, come on in now.
Echo 1, Hotel, Whiskey Echo, 2E1HWE.
Well, it's one of the Freestar boys. Oscar, how's it going, man? It's good to hear from you.
Well, good morning from England. This is Echo 1, Hotel, Whiskey Echo, Freestar Network. Happy New Year to yourself, Nick, and everyone at the 2 Meter crew on the net. I thought I'd just call in. It will be a brief one. It's currently 4:15 in the morning here in the UK, and yeah, hope you're all doing good. I don't normally get on this net many times, maybe once a year, but you're in luck. I fell asleep very early last night, about 9 p.m., which is very unlike me. I woke up at 2 a.m., so yeah, I'm still in bed obviously, but yeah, there we go. It's a nice thing to get on this net, so keep up the good work, and just want to say hello from us and everyone at the Freestar Net, KN6DAL from 2E1HWE.
Well, Oscar, I always love to hear you come on, and I appreciate it. I'm sorry that I couldn't be as much of a part of the New Year's Eve celebration as I usually am, but I promise you I did check in, although it was probably well past when you went to bed. I want to say it was like 9:30 or 10 o'clock my time, and I believe it was somebody from Canada that was operating as net control at the time. But I did make an appearance there. I'm curious if you could come back. Do you have a total count of check-ins for that evening?
Yeah, 2E1HWE. Yeah, I do actually have some statistical information I can give you on that, if you just give me a second. It was all posted on the Facebook group by Gareth this evening. I fell asleep. It was the Wednesday night net where they made all the prize winner announcements, because we had a couple of games up for grabs as well that were kindly donated by some radio stores and also the CQ UK network. So statistics, hold on, there's so many posts on here. I think it was 380 check-ins over like 22 hours, but it wasn't like a marathon, as you can imagine. It was very slow. You know, we were actually having QSOs with people, you see. You know, it wasn't like a, you know, get as many as you can, where previous years, the New Year's Eve, which, by the way, if anyone didn't catch it, the call sign of the event was Golf Bravo 0, November Yankee Echo, Great Britain 0, New Year's Eve. If you'd like to put that in qrz.com, you'll find all the information out. And all the statistics are on there as well. But I think it was something like 380 odd people checked in terms of total call signs, but there was a lot of people calling in multiple. They wanted to work every single net controller every couple of hours. But yeah, it started from New Zealand when the clock strike night there, and it went all the way over to you guys there in the US who took the baton on, and ran very, very smoothly. We went across all the time zones, and yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed it. So yeah, check out the website, all the statistics if you're interested, but I won't hold it because I don't want to wake everyone up in the house there. But great to hear you guys. Back to you.
Much appreciated, Oscar. Thank you so much. From 2E1HWE, this is KN6DAL. I'll say 7-3 to you, and I hope you stay safe and enjoy the new year. Looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now.
Whiskey 60GX. K7CBL.
All right, I got two call signs. Connor, if you want to hang tight for a minute, I've got W6OGX. How's it going tonight?
Thanks. Just a quick check-in from El Cerrito here next to Berkeley. Name's Ross. Romeo, Oscar, Sierra, Sierra.
Thanks for checking in and saying hi, Ross. How's your New Year's going?
Just great. Yeah. What's the? I just happened to stumble on this net, and tell me a quick snippet on what's going on with this net.
Rundown. I always like the rundowns. Well, what you stumbled on is the 2-meter crew anti-net. We're an unorganized group of yahoos that get on here every Wednesday night, enjoy each other's company, and just see who's out there on the air and wants to say hi. Sometimes we have like a little bit of a demonstration. Sometimes we just get on and check in and say hi. Sometimes we have a topic. Sometimes we don't. But it's tons of fun. And we're streaming it live on YouTube, so you can always go back and look. It's at Northwest Ham Shack, and there's links on YouTube to join our Discord page and to check out our website if you're looking for more information. That's at 2metercrew.net if you want to find out more.
Great, thanks. And where are you guys located? Where are you at?
Well, we're kind of everywhere, so we're linked up to multiple different systems. There's a lot of people that are hubbed out of Northern California. My current QTH is Everett, Washington, which is about 30 miles north, 40 miles north of Seattle. But we've got people from Sacramento area, people from Vacaville. I don't know all the names of all the towns these guys are in, but they're kind of spread out all over the place. Sometimes we get people from the east side of the United States. We have some good friends that live over there. So you never know who's going to be on.
All right. Well, thanks. Great job. Well done. And thanks for taking me. I'm a doc over at Summit Medical Center, and I sometimes cover some of the emergency service stuff over there. But anyways, just keeping the radio on tonight since we got a lot going on. Seems like there's a lot of traffic tonight all over the place. So we'll keep the radio on and we'll keep listening. Whiskey 60GX. I'll be clear. Take care. 73s.
All right, Ross, thanks for checking in. Hope you have an excellent night. Next up, we had Connor, K7CBL. Take it away, buddy.
Good evening. This is Connor, Kilo 7, Charlie Bravo Lima, San Mateo, and during the storm. Just want to say hello. Was on there for the Zoom. figured I'd pop in on the RF portion, get the repeater some local use. So, not much going on in the new year for ham radio other than a new HF antenna, hopefully. I've got problems with the unfed half wave. I'm going to totally ditch that type of antenna. It worked for the time that I had it, but it no longer does. So, and on that as well as looking for a new amplifier. Mine blew up, and I'm running on a loaner from a buddy. So we'll see what happens. See what comes in the new year. K7CBL San Mateo, back tonight.
Right on, Connor. Thanks for checking in with us. This is Nick, KN6DAL, looking for any and all check-ins. Any check-ins, come on in now. All right, K6 SRV Servando is in the house. How's it going, man? How you been?
K6 SRV. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you sound great, man.
Oh, cool. Hey, what's up, guys? I've been really busy with work, and yeah, I just figured it's not going to get any better, so we might as well make an effort. The work, I keep thinking that work is going to like get easier or like get like there's going to be less work and there's just more work. So I think you guys get how that works. Yeah, everything's cool. I'm glad to hear that Connor is blowing up amps. Like that's a cool problem to have.
Good work. Right on, man. Thanks for checking in with us. It's good to see you. For those of you that don't know, we will be after the anti-net's concluded and we're done yapping on the radio, we're going to hang out here for a little bit on our Zoom chat, and anybody that wants to join that is welcome to join. I will post the Zoom chat here momentarily in the chat box on YouTube if anybody is interested in joining. This is Nick, call signs KN6DAL. We're looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in to the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net, come on in now. When I threw out my spiel about all the different digital connections, I failed to mention that DMR and YSF are both not working right now. But oh well. Let's see who else we got here. Dan, N6ETR. It looks like you're just like, it looks like you're building a spaceship in there. I don't know how to call it, but you got some stuff going on. What's happening in the shack, Dan?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Nick. This is Dan, N6ETR. Well, I'm working on a Heathkit receiver, the same one I always talk about. First off, what I did over New Year's weekend is I decided, you know what? I'm going to move my soldering equipment inside the house, in the ham shack, where it belongs, so that I can monitor and I can actually enjoy working on a radio in the heat and not out in the cold. So that's what I'm doing now. And really, I'm sort of doing troubleshooting with the SWR meter. I've got a replacement that I'm swapping out to see if it's an internal short with the old one or if it's a problem at the radio itself, and trying to get this thing back in its case. But new obstacles seem to avail themselves every time.
So on the last, it might have been a couple nets ago, you were talking about the screening process that you had done for that for that screen. Did you ever get any sunlight to finish that?
Yeah, I did. So actually I screened the face. I'll show you real quick. But the problem is the mesh I'm using is too coarse. And so the resolution's not great. The text is larger than it should be. It's a little fuzzy. The grid is too prominent. It's actually hard to see the CRT dot on the other side.
Okay.
So the course of action is going to be to come up with a finer mesh that's suitable for printing on steel and perhaps actual steel printing ink as opposed to paint.
Cool.
So that's
Always
on the back burner. You know, I've with the holidays going on and the weather, I don't want to really order anything right now, so I've just been focusing on the electronic aspect of things in the meantime.
Right on, Dan. Thanks for checking in with us, man. It's always good to hear from you. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 meter crew anti-net, looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now. All right, Bert, N6 EFR. How's it going tonight, bud?
Hey, Nick, 10-6 EFR. You guys hear me okay? Over my kid over there in the background.
Yeah, you sound fine.
New Year's was pretty slow. Happy New Year, you guys. And I sent my IC718 over to MTC Radio, hoping to get a trade up for a FT710. See how that's gonna go, and hopefully I get that deal and just be able to trade up for that, and hopefully that'll be a good deal for that.
Yeah, I hope that works out for you. That's awesome. I had heard that they do offer like trade-ins on stuff. Have they given you a price or anything like that? I'm just curious. Like, do they try to like way underbid it, or are they pretty fair with their trade-in offers, or how does that work? So you sent it in to them. Like, what if you decide no, you have to pay shipping back now, or how's that all work?
Yeah, I don't know about shipping it back. I've done a trade with them before last year. I sent my Kenwood TS, what was it called? The 440, I think it was.
Okay.
And I traded that for the 718. And that was like almost a straight trade. I think I paid like a difference of like $150 or something like that at the time. It wasn't too bad of a deal. This one's like higher but then I'm also looking at when I got the quote, it was like at $9.99, but I looked at the site today and it was like $10.49. So I was like, hopefully they don't give me a deal. Hopefully I still got the same quote from when I sent it in.
Yeah. Cool,
But it'll
man.
be
Well,
all right.
hope that works out for you.
Yep.
Thanks for checking in, man. It's good to hear from you. This is Nick,
Yep.
KN6DAL. We got one person left in the chat, Frank, KG6NLW. What's going on, buddy?
KG6NLW. Good evening, Nick and the Internet. This is actually a two-parter, so I'll give you part one first for things, and then I'll let you drop it, and then give you part two. Part one, I got new let's see if it'll work. No, maybe. There we go. I got new QSL cards, so
Nice.
expect if you made a contact with me, expect to see that in the mail soon. That's part one. You can drop.
Go ahead.
And yes, Servando, it is a Crown Vic. It's the Crown Vic I had. Good. Let's hear. Good eye. Yeah. Part two, I got this, and I've been working on it between shifts on the railroad, and I'm pretty. Don't laugh too hard. Don't judge too hard. This is first major HF antenna I've built. It's
that's pretty good. Oh, that's good.
It's the Cartina, the Coffee and Ham Radio YouTube channel. It's their Mercury infed half wave, or actually it's a dipole antenna, and I have 2 solder points left to do. Let's see. There we go. I have 2 solder points left to do to the BNC connector, and then I'm going to do that when I get home. Let's see. There's the nicely done toroid. And this is a neat little thing, not too expensive, all things considered. Great instructions, easy to do, and yeah, it's going to be fun to put it on there and see how well it does. Anyway, KG6NLW, and if you want the QSL card information, because I went through, let's see if I do it this way. Come on, maybe. Well, anyway, I went through a card stock maker, It's radioqsl.com. That's where I went to get the QSL cards done up. And great people there. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, thanks for checking in, Frank. That's awesome. I still need to get on the QSL card bandwagon. I've gotten a few of them, and I always love getting them. I should just start sending them out and see who sends them back, because I'm sure I'd get more if I gave more. But if you want to post a link in the YouTube on where you went to go get those, that would be helpful. I know several different people have gotten QSL cards made from different vendors. It's always good to kind of have your options open. Well, cool, man. Thanks for checking in. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. We're looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in can come on in now.
Link has been added, and I ordered 250 of them. I already have at least 120 filled out and ready to mail out.
Awesome. Yeah, it could break the bank quick if you're making lots of contacts, and that's awesome. All right, any and all check-ins, any last check-ins that want to check in, come on in now.
M6QLP, Vincent, Pittsburgh, saying hello.
Vince, how's it going tonight? And Happy New Year. How was your New Year's, and how is things going?
A good New Year's. Stayed home with the family, just staying out of the rain, and just enjoying the radio, listening, and happened to catch you guys. I wanted to say hello, and I see you got Servando on there too, and just want to say hello to all you guys. Nice talking to you. 73.
All right, 73 Vince, and thanks for checking in. We're looking for any last check-ins, last calls before we shut her down. Any last calls for check-ins? Come on in now.
WH6BW1 in Elk Grove, and I've already checked in, but I've been reading your entire net tonight, and I'm very impressed with the free, easy style, and yet how structured it is. I'm really impressed with your net. And the other thing I want to give it up for you is you really have a radio quality voice. It's very pleasant to listen to. Over.
All right. I'm blushed for compliments, but I'll take it, I guess. I appreciate that. Yeah, we like to enjoy ourselves, and I don't think I've ever had anybody comment on the quality of my voice before. So that should have been you, Servando. You should have been giving me that compliment. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Keep in mind, if you ever want to join up with us and say hi, you can always join. There's a Zoom chat in YouTube, and you can always come in and say hi to us. So we appreciate it. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net, looking for any and all check-ins. Come on in now.
KM6MRU, Chris in Benicia.
Hey, Chris, how's it going tonight?
Going good, thank you very much there, Nick. Good to hear you. And inspired by Vince there, so I thought I'd chime in, and Servando. Anyway, Chris here in Benicia. Kilo Mike 6, Mike Romeo uniform. Happy New Year. And yeah, don't have much, just kind of riding out the storm. It's so far so good, but it is a little windy out there. Anyway, good to hear you. Long time no check-in, but thought I'd say hello. KM6MRU, thanks again.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for checking in, Chris. Judging by the sound of this storm, we might have to have like an anti-net next week dedicated to all the damage that people got to their antennas and see what happened. But hopefully that isn't the case. But until they go down, just keep plugging away, send some power through them, and get on the air. That's my bet. So let's see who else we got out there. Any last check-ins before we shut it down? Any final check-ins? Come on in now. Do-do-do. Did anybody hear it? I heard something. It was through Freestar. Didn't work. All right, nothing being heard. We're going to go ahead and turn all the repeaters and digital connections back to their normal operation. We'll be hanging out here in the Zoom chat, catching up and saying hi to each other. If anybody wants to join, you can check that out. If you go to Northwest Ham Shack on YouTube, there's a live link, and you can jump in, and there is a Zoom link in the chat. So until we meet again, which will be next week at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 4 a.m. UTC, you can hang out with us through Discord or jump in on the chat and say hi. Appreciate everyone checking in tonight, and I will say 7-3 until next week.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Stay classy.
What was that?
Somebody trying to get in still.
I don't know. Yeah,
People
was
on
really
DMR.
bad.
It's
It was
DMR.
really bad. It's hard because
Crashing in.
the bad analog, sometimes you guys can hear if you're listening to VVR. Like if it's really bad analog, sometimes you can make it out. But when it comes through digitally, even through Allstar, it's too wrecked and you can't do it. Like it's like pulling someone out on HF, you can do it. But if you're trying to listen on an SDR, it's probably not going to happen. Typically can't get it clean enough. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents for what they're worth, which is like 2 cents.
Yeah.
$1.75 inflation.
Burton Servando. I posted a link both in the Zoom and the YouTube chat for the antenna I got. And Servando, you'll really like this because this is meant for POTA and SOTA work.
Yeah, no, that thing looks sick. I made
comes down.
something similar.
I haven't wrapped everything up, but it comes down to, this is as big as it is. Collapsed.
Yeah, that's really cool, dude.
So do you throw the whole thing over a tree? And then you hold one wire and then you throw the whole thing and it unravels?
Well, what I'm gonna do and what's suggested is so the BNC connector. I know why they chose BNC, but BNC connector, you put the whole black piece here up on a tripod or whatever on a fiberglass mount, and then the yellow is your wire, and you run it inverted V or inverted L or whatever configuration you want. They suggest inverted V with this antenna.
You ready to have your mind blown, Frank?
Try me.
That
ARK.
That is your antenna.
Yeah. I think it's sick.
Right there.
Is that the one you brought to Field Day?
What's that?
Did you bring that to Field Day?
I brought a couple of them. Yeah, I have a 9-to-1 and a 49-to-1 in the really small ones, and I have lots of bigger ones like that too. What is the what's the reel made out of? Is it printed or is it molded? Hold it up close to the camera. Is it 3D printed or molded?
It's plastic, and they actually don't say, but it's pretty decent. It's hard to bend it, so that's a good thing. So I can toss it around. I would say
if it's printed, they did a good job cleaning it up.
Yeah, it doesn't. It looks molded.
It looks really good.
If you're making over 100 of something, you've got to just go get it molded, man. You can 3D print forever, but they are increasing. So there's a couple programs that you can get and a couple things you can do to increase your printing speeds substantially, but you kind of at some point or another run into a hardware issue, right? Where your stepper motors and stuff won't print fast enough. But the if you're printing a bunch of something, you might as well just go pay to have it produced. You know, they probably make 20,000 of those.
Oh, Nick,
Those-
I'm putting their YouTube channel in the chat, in the YouTube chat as well. That's Josh, Ham Radio Crash Course. He actually reviewed. There's the Apollo and the Mercury of this. I got the Mercury, which is supposedly easier one to build. Same price for both of them. But Josh did a review on the Apollo, and that's how I found out about
Got it.
Those things just look like winders for like a kite string.
Yeah, they are.
I have
I
like
mean, it's
piles of them sitting around here for my kite strings. Dan and I are going to do a kite antenna for field day this next year.
Do what?
That's cool.
We're going to do a kite antenna.
Oh yes, yes.
Dude, I was thinking about doing a hot air balloon one. Like, just
I thought
get, like,
about the balloon. I
yeah.
almost did that last year. You can buy
Yeah.
like 4-foot latex balloons.
Yeah, you can get big ass freaking balloons.
Yeah.
At the party store.
Yeah.
The problem is
like-
a balloon will be just like blown over in the wind, laying on the ground. If they
Hey,
do
man.
it at that sand
It'll
beach
be like
again,
the most. It'll be like the most like sloped antenna ever. Plus, like
yes,
the
it
height.
will.
But
Yes,
hey,
it will.
you know how like your SWR, like your antenna acts longer the higher it is up, right? Like, I bet your antenna would be so out of whack being that high up.
It might be. It'll be
it.
interesting.
Dave, let me see if I can find this. A guy over on SNARS, the Sierra Nevada Club, he actually just did a kite antenna bit and posted about it to the group chat, and it was a YouTube video. So let me see if I can find it, and I'll send it to you.
Cool.
Yeah, I've wanted to do the balloon idea. A kite, I can't even fly a regular kite. I don't know how I would get an antenna kite up in the air.
There's
Dude, David could do it. David
I
could do it.
I could. There's these really big, like super simple, really stable kites that they actually have to attach to the back of a vehicle.
Yeah.
Because like a person, you can't stake it down, a person can't hold it down. And then they have these big winches, and basically they have 3 or 4 guys unfurl the kite, hold it out, put out enough line to launch it. They just kind of get it airborne, and then they just winch it out until they get it to the right height. And then you hang your antenna straight down off of that.
All
And
I
then when
see
you're
is
done-
me spending 4 hours looking like an idiot trying to get that thing up in the air and then just giving
You're running
up.
around. You're running around trying to pull the string to make it fly up in the air.
I'm pulling it with my truck, trying to get it to go.
Dude, when we went camping, David busted out, like he was doing something back there, and I was like, "What's Dave doing?" And he's like, "Oh, he's getting his kite out." I'm like, "Ah, that's funny." And like I was like, "Oh crap! Like he's really got a kite going on. You really had a kite going on."
Yeah, a
Hey,
couple
Dave,
of them.
check
Just
the
pulled them
Zoom
out
chat.
of nowhere. Oh yeah. Okay.
There was that one chick on YouTube. What's her name? The like Russian chick with the messed up grill and the huge transformers. She did the balloon thing. She had like 4 tanks of like helium and like filled up this, like, it was like a 10-foot freaking balloon for like on an old military radio. It was like 80 meters or something like that. And it was like
Wow,
a full
yeah.
wavelength freaking
Yep.
antenna.
Is there any rules against like playing
Yes.
a YouTube video? I don't think so.
No, I don't.
Playing a YouTube video on YouTube? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
All right, let's see if we can play this.
Find
This
out.
one looks interesting, Frank. You might have done something right
Wait a
Oh,
second.
finally.
here. Wait a minute.
A sweaty back production.
Where does it say that?
It's coming up. This is pretty cool.
Sweaty back. That's my people's.
Let me make sure I can.
Not be breaking any rules.
No, I'm just making sure that everybody can hear it. If there's
Is this
anybody
one of those
on
knockoff videos?
YouTube, if you can comment if you can't hear the video audio.
It's a kite antenna. Oh, it was typing. Dave, what kind of kite is that?
That's just a. That's just a.
I like when ham radio
Sweaty back
videos.
production.
It does say that.
Of course, Soda Beam sells a kite. That's funny.
There's your antenna holder.
That was $74 for that antenna winder, by the way.
Alexa, be quiet.
I think that was
That's just a basic foil kite. It's not. It just has a single string on it.
Dave is judging the kite right now.
Can I use my octopus kite?
Almost, yeah, depending. He paid way too much for that kite. I can tell you that.
Dude, all in, it's $439.99.
Holy crap!
I think I got my octopus kite for $30.
I mean, look at where he's at. Let's be honest, dude. You could lay that thing on the ground, zero noise floor. You can get out to China.
I know, right?
Where he's at, he can have it like 10 feet up in the air.
Valid point.
Right.
Like, what do you even do? Yeah, bury your antenna in the ground and start transmitting. Like you're good to go.
Yeah. He is up there in Washoe Valley, so it's outside Reno.
Wind there for a while. This thing's rated at 5 to 18 miles an hour, and it's only been about 4 to 5 mile an hour winds. It's actually probably about 7 or 8.
Nice.
What happened is it sat on the ground like you'd imagine, but I just left it laying there. I went to my car, had a little lunch, and all of a sudden I turn around and it launched itself back up. So that's I do like that part about it. I'm thinking I might have too much wire on here.
Did you watch this whole thing beforehand?
Where's the coax?
Frank?
You did not vet this, did you?
Yeah.
Is this
No.
Is this hey, is that a Soda Beams wireless coax? I'll take it.
All that work for a 33.
What? Oh.
5 and 9 next door.
Dave's hating on the kite. I love it.
Dave.
Just dogging it.
Asshole.
Straight up hate.
Hey, dude, that thing is push 100 watts on it. You probably get out.
Yeah.
Australia could come in right now and Dave would be like, yeah, that's not that impressive.
Yeah, it's still like very pedestrian.
Antarctica.
Yeah.
North Pole's closer.
Kentucky's such a miserable place to contact. I always get like 3-5. Nothing penetrates all that southern.
Yeah, there you go. That gives you an idea of the kite antennas.
Have you guys had enough yet?
I've had enough.
No.
This sweaty back productions.
Dave, we've got 3 more minutes of this.
You know, talk about
seen
watching.
Dude, people are giving him some raw signal reports.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Whenever I get on, it's 5-9 across the board, no matter what.
Right?
Barely hear him.
The
Come
guy-
again, come again, come again.
Yeah. The guy will ask me for my call sign like 7 times and say, Roger, Roger, you're 5'9".
5'9",
Right.
5'9".
Hey, dude, like we're making fun of him, and I swear to God, if we ever get together and do a balloon thing, and we get like a 2-2 in like,
We're gonna
from,
be like high
Sacramento,
five, yeah.
We're gonna be like high fiving each other. We're gonna be like step brothers, like Anchorman, like yeah. Oh, dude. So I'm looking up the Soda Beams kite. It's $56.19 including tax. It's $46.83 excluding tax. I don't know why they have it listed like that.
40.
One of those for Oregon.
Oh, Soda Beams is
Okay, let's
British.
pause for a little conversation here. Okay, first off, Servando, you originally said $4.99 or something like that.
Right.
What is that for?
Oh, I was making fun of everything being like name brand and like
okay, yeah.
chameleon winders. Like those things are like, if you look them up, they're like $50 for like a pair of replacement
Are
winders.
you kidding?
Yeah,
Like I'm not even joking, dude.
yeah.
I'm not even
no.
joking.
And I've 3D printed hundreds of them. Like,
Right.
you just do them all the time.
Yeah. No, it's $56 online, like Soda Beams. I forgot Soda Beams was British.
British.
I took your $400 to heart. Wow. Okay, I feel better about that.
Yeah, I was serious about it, and you ruined
Oh, no,
Dave's.
'cause-
You completely ruined Dave's impression of this video. So
Video is
I'm
out the
actually
window
kind of
right
happy
there.
you waited
It
that
says-
long.
Dude, it says it only ships to the UK. So this
Yeah.
guy, that's an import.
Yeah, so
Well,
we're gonna have to
yeah.
go to a toy store and buy a kite. I get it. So
We're gonna have to go to Duncan's
Let's
Toy
use-
Chest
Let's
to
use
get a
Bert's octopus kite.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
an octopus kite.
yeah, I fully expect you to bring a video of deploying that by next week, Bert. Please.
Yeah.
What could
It's only
possibly
available
go
in
wrong?
one color. It says
There you
color.
go, Dave. There's a good example of kites in use.
That was an example.
Okay,
Undercover,
so
the colors described
Well-
as progressive.
Remember-
$60. Is
remember at
that
the
fair,
campsite-
Dave? For that kite is $60 with tax and everything. Is that a
That
fair
whole
deal?
kit is $60,
Yeah,
No,
or
just the kite.
just the
Just the
kite.
kite.
No, that entire thing is what's the entire kit?
Well, the winder, so the
Including the winders,
winders
including
are-
the extra
are
winders.
pair. The kite is $60, $56.19, and then he bought the bungee kit. The bungee kit is sold separately. Let me see how much that is.
$129.95.
2 static bleed resistors, a 5-meter bungee cord, 2 top insulators, and 1 meter cord. It adds a whopping $13. So
Yeah.
it's not bad.
It's not bad. You know, the problem is, I mean, it's probably not the right kite to use for that. I guess it works and it's okay, and it's very packable because you can just roll it up. There's no frame to it. But I mean, if he was serious about, having a stable platform to hang his antenna off, it was not the right kite to use. It works.
What would the right kite be?
So, something kind of similar to that, but bigger, longer, definitely longer, and a little more flat, with some sort of similar to Bert's octopus, but bigger and longer.
So you think Bert's octopus will perform well?
Well, it depends. It could.
It does.
Because it's fastly becoming the go-to for the next field day.
You have to get all cracking up there.
It definitely could. It definitely could. I can see some octopus kites actually doing pretty well because they're very long. So they're very stable. They don't like that kite. You can see it's just kind of flopping up and down a lot. And that's because it doesn't have enough length to keep it stable.
It's chasing activations, man.
I just found the link.
Hey, Nick, you want to put our pretty mugs back on YouTube?
Okay, you ready for this link?
Yep.
All right, check this kite out. Somebody screen share that thing. Nick, I think your connection was dope as fuck. Dope connection. Click on that link right there. Now, is that a good kite?
I can't see it.
We're working on it. Calm down. Jeez, Bert, don't yell at me.
No, I'm looking at the site. I'm looking at the site. I was like, I don't see it.
Looks like a hacker desktop.
What's that?
What do you expect from Nick?
Oh, sorry.
Enhance. He shared screen number 6.
I shared I shared all the stuff I was doing. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing in the background. Typing 700 things in 700 places.
His video card is 4,000 degrees. Okay.
All right. So skip all the text.
It's at the top. No, it's at the top. It's at the top. It's at the top. So it gives you Amazon links. Oh, there it is. The parafoil kite. Be sure to get a single line parafoil. So if you click on the link, it's only $19. That's more or less what it would cost.
Yeah.
And
that's exactly what he has.
Look at that.
In that soda beam kite. Yeah.
Isn't that the same bird that's on that one monitor?
Yeah.
Why do they have?
I forgot what the name of that monitor was called.
Right. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Does it come in an Amazon Presents bag? That's cool.
Amazon. I think I have that same. I have that same kind of bag that comes with my octopus one. It's only like this big.
The kite.
When the bags.
I'm a bird.
I'm a bird. We need that. We need to cut that out and put that on something. That needs to be a bumper sticker.
Oh man.
Hey, look. What do they got in the background here?
Look at the one. Look at the one where they have like the second to bottom picture.
Dude, I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, that looks legit right there.
I thought they were talking about one line kites, and that guy's got like
this kite might be worth it.
Yeah, you could do that. I would probably put a couple of tails on it. But it would work.
You are not happy with anything out of the box. This was the wrong conversation. He's bitter, you guys. Like he's mad.
He's gonna make his own.
Don't come in here talking to me about kites. I'm a bird, okay? I'm a bird.
How many people do you see go to the beach or wherever and they pull their kite out of the bag and they end up with sad faces on the kids and disappointment and a ball of string and a kite they leave in the trash can on the way home?
Guaranteed that's how it would be. I didn't know kites would hurt, Daddy.
Yeah. I've had people give me big ass kites. We went and bought this $300 kite and just never could make it work here. Take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in all reality, this would work for
That
this
would work.
purpose.
Yeah.
Look at that kite reel too. That thing looks sick.
You probably want to do a little bit of modifying to the kite. But yeah, it would work. It's not.
Is this a good reel to buy, Dave?
Yeah, it's pointless. The reel is pointless. That's why you don't need it from chameleon antennas. Anything will reel in a kite string.
Look, it's 64% off. We have to act on this, dude.
Does that come out? It's like a fishing reel.
It's the lowest price in 30 days.
Oh man, gotta buy it.
There is another way to
Tree
tackle
or
this,
Amazon.
but yes, that would work.
How much do you think it is at the Dollar Tree?
$7.99.
$1.25.
Isn't it supposed to be a dollar?
$1 anymore.
Right?
A dollar.
Or
I
you could
learned
buy it
that.
on Amazon for 7 times the price.
Yes. And then I like how at the bottom it says IC $7,300, $1,300.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or 10-watt KX2. Same price.
Yeah, same price.
Same price. Take your pick.
The one problem that you might have with that kite over in Rio Vista is it might get a little windy.
I already
for
bought
that.
it, dude.
Remember wasn't there a kite in the trees?
There was something. It was a tarp or something. Nobody asked too many questions about that while we were out there. We just wanted to have a good time. We didn't want any trouble.
Nick, I think we've
Winterfield
killed
isn't Rio
YouTube.
Vista for real.
What's that?
I think we've killed YouTube. I'm watching the views go down. It was like 14. It's now down to 6.
That's okay. The real players are
14?
still there.
What, everyone here on Zoom?
Yeah, I thumbs up on it.
If people don't find kite antennas both educational and entertaining, then they don't belong.
Right.
I don't know what else to tell them. Sorry. If I
They're all
offended
shopping
anybody,
on Amazon.
sorry, not sorry.
They're all
You
shopping on Amazon.
could
for
do a
kite.
hybrid kite and balloon.
I don't know how the balloon would work. It on a still day.
It gets
would work
it gets
great.
you up in the air, and then once the wind catches
Yeah,
up,
can you
you
tie
don't have
off?
to run
Can you,
around
like,
with the kite.
control the balloon? Like have somebody tie off the balloon against the wind so that it's not falling over? I don't know.
Oh yeah, like put like 3 guy wires on it, and
I think the balloon would continue to get pushed down by the wind. The drag would pull it back, and it would continue to get pushed down. There's no airfoil to it.
Dave, you've used those kite winder things that came out. I mean, that you saw right on
Yeah.
the YouTubes. of
Yeah.
America. Could I use that for winding up my tree line wire thing that I use to put up my MFEDs?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. I'm buying it. It's 64% off, dude. I can't pass that up.
the kite reel.
Yeah, the kite reel. I've been looking, dude. I ordered
Are you looking for the reel or the flat thing?
the reel.
You could definitely use the reel, but I would go with those little flat things like you're winding your antenna on.
I didn't want you to
because
say that. 'Cause I want to chuck it, and I want the thing to be like bzzz. I don't want to chuck it and then have like my thing go up in a tree. I've had that happen before. It doesn't unwind. It doesn't unwind.
Have you
The
watched those
kite's gone.
videos? Have you watched those videos on how to do the like professional grip, like cable man's like winding of your long, cords or antennas or cables or wire?
I've seen the cables, but the tree lines, they just keep them in a box. That's crazy, dude.
How long is the tree line? 60 feet?
No, it's like 150 feet.
Yeah. The problem is the winder, it wouldn't release it fast enough. I don't think. So when you sling that thing up in the air, it's the whole winder's gonna go with it. It's not gonna pay out of that thing fast enough. So you'd be better off just loading it out on the ground first, unwinding it on the ground first, and then throwing it.
Man,
If that
really
makes
pops my
sense.
cheeks, dude.
You can buy
Well,
you can buy a 6-pack
I'm
of
saving you 10 bucks.
36-inch balloons for $9.
See, yeah, I'm with Nick. That balloon,
Dude, 3 feet.
You know, the problem with that balloon is the helium to fill it would probably cost you $60.
hey man,
Wow.
You can rent it. You can rent the helium.
we could rent it.
Helium's expensive right now. I
It
guess there's
is.
been like a major helium shortage.
Everything is up, dude.
What?
Argon, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys experiencing an egg shortage right now?
I don't think
2 weeks ago.
The
No.
shelves are wiped bare of eggs.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
My wife finally found some and like bought a bunch, and they're super expensive, like $7-8 for a dozen.
I was
See,
thinking that everybody's making eggnog before the holiday.
I
Here in
don't
Fairfield,
have to
about
worry
eggs
about
and
that.
eggs.
At the house, I don't have to worry about that. We get our eggs from a local source.
They're
It's
called
not a
chickens.
grocery store.
Okay, so with the exception of you, Frank, has anybody else experienced an egg shortage?
No,
No, but they're more expensive than they used to be.
they are definitely more expensive.
Yeah.
It's
Not a
never
So
custom.
been
I don't
known.
know. I think honestly, as cool as the balloon idea was, I think the kite idea is better. The problem that I see is finding a reasonable setup to deploy. Like, is it going to work? Is it going to be like what Dave had said? Is it like something that's going to just hang out, or is it going to be something you have to manage all the time? Then it's not going to be any fun.
Yeah.
It
Depends on how high it gets up in the air, because it'll stay up there. Like when I was flying the octopus kite, it started pulling me kind of thing when it's way up in the air.
Yeah.
Nice.
And but then it's also like where the string's gonna cut your fingers and stuff like that too. So you're trying to hold on to that little ring or whatever, and it's just like, what do I do with this now? It's up in the air. And
I'm thinking if we get a big enough kite and then we can get get it up hella high with the coax and everything. Like it's up there. It's got a lot of horsepower. And you tie it off to like the hitch of your truck and you operate back there, dude. I'm thinking that'd be dope. At the
Yeah.
beach
What's the biggest kite you got, Dave?
with some beers.
I do not actually own the correct kite for this. All of my kites are sport kites.
So you got a line on some buddies,
I could figure this out. Yeah.
or do we need to create a pool to buy one of these things?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I
What's
think
the
you
best
can
kite, Dave?
stir it up pretty easily. Well,
The
something like that
pterodactyl
parafoil.
4000.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
I mean, if
something
we're
up.
talking a big kite, I'm talking like 30-foot wingspan. Like, let's make this thing happen, right?
Yep.
Dude.
Yep, that would be
Add-
freaking awesome.
add 10 antennas to it.
You
could
could
leave it
probably
style.
wrestle up some like kite guys that have these and would come out to fly them and would let you hang your antenna off of their kite that they fly.
You know what you can do is go to one of those kite festivals,
Yep.
and they'll have the big giant kites up there, and then they'll probably have something to where it'll run a line up the string,
Hear me out.
and then it'll stay up there.
So if we attach this kite to, say, like Dan, would it lift him off the ground?
Oh yeah. I mean, it
Really?
depends on the kite, but certainly. I mean,
Now, there's some
The
other
kites-
ideas we could play with then.
Dude, how about we all
Yeah.
just get together, we rent a hot air balloon, and just dump an embed with like all the coax, and it's just dangling there, and we're just
Hey,
on the
you
radio.
tie a fishing weight to the long wire and drop the antenna down
Right.
the basket.
Right.
There you go.
Let's do that.
That's-
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Let's,
It's a good idea.
Is
he's
it
disabled.
a DUI if you drink beers in a hot air balloon?
Dude, they had wine. My brother
They
just
got
did
a-
it not that
they
long
got a
ago. They had
pilot.
wine.
So there's like a pilot for it or whatever's right.
What are you?
Yeah.
What are you riding while intoxicated? Like
Yes.
you're floating while you got a
If-
FUI.
If you look at the Berkeley Kite Festival and you look up the images from the Berkeley Kite Festival, you'll see some giant kites that would easily do this, and they just sit there and hang all day for as long as you want to leave them up there.
So we've got 6 months. We need to find these guys and make friends with them. And get
Yeah.
them out to field
Someone
it.
in Napa.
I think you could probably, if you could find some of these guys from these clubs that do this, you could probably get them to come over. I mean, they're in the Bay Area.
Hmm.
They probably
Dave,
live in
you-
Rio
you-
Vista.
Dave, you haven't in with them, right?
I've been to the festival. I don't know any
Why
of
haven't
them.
we thought of this, dude? Like Dave, like you know that fame, like the Auburn Bridge. over
Yeah.
there? We could totally just chuck an antenna off of that thing.
Leave it dangling down there.
Yeah.
Wait, off
got
the
me
railroad
thinking.
bridge?
The what bridge?
Are you talking about the railroad bridge in Auburn?
No, the tallest bridge this side of Mississippi or whatever it is. That big ass bridge. The one people always jump off of.
I was
Tallest
flying
bridge.
with.
Isn't that the like Triple X bridge up in?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. People don't jump off that, do they?
Dude, when I was there, the last time I went out there on my mountain bike, there's a lady trying to jump, bro.
Oh, trying to jump to die, not to swim.
No. She was
Okay.
she was a one-way ticket.
Okay.
No do-overs.
Whoa.
No,
watched some guy do that off
That
the
was one of the
Golden
first
Gate.
places I went when we moved down there, and I saw that, and I was like, "That's the bridge from the place, from that movie." And I'm like, "Whoa!" It was pretty cool. I was like, "Yeah, we're practically in Hollywood."
Triple X, dude. What a fine movie.
I thought it was a great movie.
Dude, that chinchilla fur coat thing that he had.
We need to look that up.
Yeah, Dave saw someone die at the Golden Gate Bridge. Everybody missed it, but I heard it.
I heard too.
I saw the guy just leap right off. I was riding in the van, watching this dude walking on the side. He's wearing a hoodie and he's just kind of like looking around, and he just jumped right over. Bye bye.
I've seen the free fall of that, so yeah.
That was back in the 90s.
Oh, damn, dude.
You were what, like 3?
Before the nets.
I was. Yeah, I mean, if you enter the 90s, I was like 2.
Yep. Back in the good old days.
Summer field day.
Why do I keep sharing that screen?
What's yeah, screen number 6.
Hey, you can buy it. Look.
Are we still on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I wanted to quote that movie, but I can't.
We're
Just bleep it out.
bleep, beep. Hurry up, Servano. Beep.
Oh, man.
Connor has a beeper button, but I don't have one. I could figure something out. I'm just underachiever.
Speaking of beeper buttons.
Are you traveling
Frank-
and you have that with you?
Yeah.
Frank,
What
do you
I
still
do
have
is
that Crown Vic?
Well, hold on. Every time my engineer says something stupid, I just go.
See, now
And
I can
no,
understand you having that, but like having it at the ready to share with everybody is
Yeah.
like
It's
students.
creepy. Like a
He's like,
magician.
any minute
got
now, I'm gonna
this.
get to bust out the no button, and I'm gonna show him, and it's gonna be the coolest thing ever.
It's like a magician walking around with
No.
rubber ears in their pockets.
No,
Right.
this is the coolest thing ever. This is the coolest thing ever, Nick.
That is
Now
cool.
I want you to look up how to build it without a kit. buy the toroid,
Ooh,
That's hard.
buy the magnet wire,
it's hard.
Seems like that would be simple enough. Getting the black piece would be the hardest part, I think.
and dig through your mound of crap. Find something
the
to put it
black
in.
piece, the roll,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
reel.
No.
You could get
Yeah,
those
you can make that out of
50 for like $10.
Dude, I would go crazy and make like instead of a winder, do like go to the Goodwill and buy like a dresser and then pull out the drawer and then use just the drawer part, like the face of it, and then make that the transformer mounting point and then kind of like just get crazy with it, dude. Get like a skateboard.
I printed that winder because it was small and lightweight.
There you go.
I have bigger ones.
You could cut up a cutting board from Walmart for like
you go.
88 cents.
Yeah.
UHMW, dude.
Buy a whole bunch of them and just route them out.
Yeah,
Yep.
true.
Those
So Rondo, I
kite
think
string winders are, you could get a stack of them for next to nothing off of Amazon.
there you go.
Look for
So
kite
Rondo,
string winders.
It was you that asked about the Crown Vic?
Yeah, you still have it?
No, it was a 2008, and some Adam Henry went into the side of it on 37 just past Sears Point in 2015.
That sucks. I bet you missed that first gear whine.
Oh, I miss every last bit of it. You can't. Oh no, you
missed
can't
that
tell
vinyl
this, but
flooring.
carpet flooring, even
Oh, you
better.
had carpet?
Mhm.
Oh, you had the real one.
This was retired CHP. Yeah, I had everything. The trunk was lined with antennas. The top of the car had antennas on it. I just used the holes that were already there. Yeah, I had the rear deck in the trunk. I had the deck for the radios there. The storage compartment in the trunk. The whole 9 yards.
Did it have the
Nice.
searchlight?
Searchlight. Yeah, those lights on both sides. Yep, searchlight on both sides.
Dude, you don't even need a car, huh, Frank? Because you're always on a train and getting like shuttled around.
Oh, I have to get home once in a while. And then family has to get around.
Dan
Yeah,
looks like he's building a bomb or something. Am I allowed to say that on
dude,
YouTube?
I'm telling you.
I don't
He
think
looks-
so.
Remember Iron Man? Remember Iron Man when like it showed him like in the cave and he's like building stuff in secret? That's what he looks like he's doing.
Yeah.
They didn't really think about this.
He's modifying the Tesseract.
You see him just like quickly like lay a towel over the camera for a second. I'll be back in a minute, you guys.
As Servando said earlier, looks like closed caption TV footage for or closed circuit TV footage of from the FBI scrubbing through.
Yeah.
It does. You should just hit record. Just record all of this. Like,
Did
and
you
just
guys see
post
that?
it and see how many people watch it. I don't want to, but I'm gonna watch this 6-hour reel of Dan working on this radio equipment.
It'll be like snow cam. It'll be a Dan cam.
Did you guys
Yeah.
see that stuff that they had on the guy they caught for murdering those people in Idaho? They pulled him over 3 times on his cross country, journey in his car. And the FBI was telling cops along the way to pull him over. Like, pull this guy over and, with your body camera, get footage of his hands and get a clear picture of his face and then just let him go. And they pulled him over 3 separate times on his way, getting like footage of him. They knew like everywhere he was going, every town he was passing through, and they called the cops in the next town and have him pull him over and